Signs you have high functioning anxiety. So anxiety is very debilitating. In fact, the physical symptoms, the intrusive thoughts, the feelings of unreality, if you're getting panic attacks, it's really easy to start avoiding things, to make your life even smaller. It becomes very limited. And so what happens is that eventually people end up developing what we call agoraphobia. Agoraphobia means they can't leave their house. This is one type of anxiety. Another type of anxiety is more high functioning anxiety, meaning you can do everything. You're living your life, quote unquote, from the external, everything looks fine. You're doing everything, you're going to work, you're going with friends, you're doing all these things, but you still feel like the anxiety is there. Now with these individuals in particular, it's so easy to think, well, this is just something I'm always gonna have to deal with. Look, I'm living my life freely, fully, and I'm still experiencing anxiety. There's probably some chemical imbalance that's going through my head. Now, the first thing to mention is that when you're experiencing high functioning anxiety, that doesn't mean it's less intense than someone who's experiencing agoraphobia. Sure, you're living your life freely and fully, but that doesn't mean how you're feeling internally is any less intense. In fact, I find people who are agoraphobic and people with high functioning anxiety to still suffer the same amount. It's just that when people are agoraphobic, they have stronger avoidance behaviors. Now, here is the key. Well, with a lot of these people, they will find ways to distract themselves. They'll always get busy. They may even notice when you have high functioning anxiety that once you don't do anything, that's when anxiety gets the loudest. So it's like when you don't have anything to do. And so one of the consequences is they're always being busy. They're always trying to do things, always trying to work extra hard or do something so that they can almost distract themselves. Because God forbid, if they have nothing to do, well, then they have nothing but their anxiety. Now, here's the truth, okay? Whether you're living your life freely or not, that's just half of it. The other half is what's going on in your head. Are you, even though you're at work and you're doing everything, in the back of your mind, you're fighting these symptoms. Why is this here? Why am I feeling this way? You're being frustrated. You're fighting with your anxiety. You're trying to analyze. You're trying to figure it out. You're wondering what's wrong with the heart, and you're thinking maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Whatever what-if scenario you have in your head, even if you're living life, you could still not be present in what you're doing. So the hardest part for people struggling with high functioning anxiety is really when you're doing something, doing it with 100% presence. Not trying to analyze or fight how they feel, but just letting it be there and continuing on. If you want to learn more, check the comments section.